Make pedophiles afraid again. I love it.
This 11-year-old girl talking about things that were done to her that shouldn't have been done. Developing, in certain areas. And
so one thing I want to note on is how close sex offenders live to schools around here.
Oh, God, I'm just a rotten sack of shit. I'm so sorry.
In Aberdeen, Washington, a city councilman known for his tough-on-crime stance and commitment to ridding the streets of dangerous criminals shocks the public when he's accused of committing an unthinkable and heinous crime.
So, Riley, is there truth to what you're saying?
The following footage has never been seen before. Please note that this report is based on police records, and all persons charged with a crime are presumed innocent unless and until proven guilty in a court of law.
Gotcha.
39-year-old Riley Carter began his campaign for city council in early 2023, promising an aggressive approach to cleaning up the city of Aberdeen. In January of 2024, he began serving as an elected official.
What?
However, on July 30th, 2024, a jaw-dropping accusation by his stepdaughter sends police on a search to arrest him, sending shockwaves through the community.
Walk in, just so you're aware of everything we have is audio video recorded. We got these fancy body cameras now.
After police locate him walking alone down a residential street, he's led in handcuffs into a small interrogation room by a detective who's determined to find out if there's any truth to the horrifying claims. Shockingly, it was his own wife, Maya, who initially confronted him about the disturbing truth his stepdaughter revealed.
I started freaking out on him, like, how could you? What the fuck is wrong with you? Kind of a thing. And he was just really calm and said, no, I didn't do this. And I hung up, and then he just took off. I guess he just left.
Did he say anything to you about it?
He just said that he didn't do it. He swears up and down he didn't do it.
Due to his status as a city councilman, the Aberdeen Police Department requested the investigation to be handled by the Grays Harbor Sheriff's Office in an effort to avoid a conflict of interest. After reading his Miranda rights, the interrogation begins, but Riley has yet to realize the source of the allegations. Riley explains he had a typical morning, but everything changed when Maya arrived home.
And then I heard the front door open and shut. And so I come out, and I have this, and she has by the hand, and then she's walking out the door, and I asked, well, what's going on?
When Maya left with no response, he called her cell phone for an explanation. She accused him of committing an unthinkable act and hung up the phone. However, as Maya explains, their conversation continued over Facebook Messenger. When she realized she had no tangible evidence of his crimes, she decided to take a risk.
And I bluffed and said, I have you on camera, just seeing if that would incite anything out of him, and he just stopped responding to me at that point.
As Riley explains, Maya's anger over the situation was visceral, and he was left with a chilling command.
I go down to the basement.
Fuck? Wait, that's insane.
She told me, so I did set up a rope. I thought about it. I really did. Because I'm done, man. I'm done. I am just done. I'm maxed out. I am maxed out. Everything that we have gone through in life, everything, and now this. And it doesn't matter because being on city council, everybody knows now.
Bro, I kind of like the way that it's so delusional, it's so insane that this guy is like somehow finding a way to be the victim of everything. How?
It's over now. And we were right there, man. Everybody was amped up. We were going to change some things in Aberdeen, and now that's gone. It's gone. It's all gone.
June 24th, just 1 month prior, Riley posted a video to his Facebook page in an attempt to shed a light on criminal activity in his neighborhood. These videos will have an eerie...
Hey, one, we took the babies for a drive around town to get a nap, so I thought we were going to really make a video about certain things. Their lives been Aberdeen. I want no way killer environment.
Relevance later when the exact allegations are revealed.
Buddy, how are you? We're out driving around, got the babies to sleep. It's just one of those days, I guess. Anyways, I thought it'd be a good idea, maybe take you guys along with me, and we'll go drive around downtown, and we'll just go look at things, and maybe I can talk about things, that I'd like to see different, or things to be improved on, or whatever it may be. But just gonna keep it fun, keep it relaxed, and be myself. All right, here we go. So one thing I want to note on is how close sex offenders live to schools around here, how close they are to bus stops, how easy it is for them to just have instant access to anyone or anybody's kids here, in each of these neighborhoods. Sorry, I had to
That
hit my
is true,
brakes
though.
there because looked like a tweaker came shooting out of the alley and almost got in front of my car. Which is something, that really needs to be addressed, okay? All right, so I know one place a lot of people want to see is the camp underneath the bridge. I will state, however, I have my baby girls with me, so
That beer is
I'm not
disgusting
going to
too.
take them down there just because people know who I am around here. And the last thing I would want is
Nobody knows
them.
them.
And hit one of my daughters because the way this state works, I could see me going to prison because somebody hit my daughter with a rock and I beat that person to death. I mean, that's just, come on. Wouldn't you do that for your own kids?
Despite
What?
his apparent determination to do whatever it takes to protect his children, as it turns out, Riley's shocking secret was revealed by his own 11-year-old stepdaughter, whose name has been redacted from the interview to protect her identity.
Yeah, thank fucking
So statements weren't made to initially. She told her counselor today that they were talking about something different and broke down crying and said she didn't want to talk about it.
In a recorded interview with his stepdaughter's therapist, she explains what happened earlier this morning, when it quickly became clear that something was horribly wrong.
So we had an appointment at 2 o'clock, and she'd been displaying some behaviors and had reported 2 weeks prior that was mean to her. So we were going to talk more about it today. She said she didn't want to talk about it. She didn't want to say it out loud.
In an effort to help the child, she suggested writing it down. However, the disturbing words she wrote on the page left the counselor in shock.
When she wrote that down, can you tell me
Yes.
about what her emotions look like and how she was acting?
So before she wrote it down, when she said she didn't want to say it out loud, she started just staring down at the ground. She was like stone cold. You could tell she was checking out, and she was kind of fidgeting her hands. And I've been her therapist for probably a little bit over 2 years, and she's never acted like that.
So that was out of the norm?
That is completely out of the norm. Her facial expression looked as if she was scared, like fear. And then she wrote it down, and then she kind of had this look of, oh no, or I'm in trouble, or something.
The haunting words written by the child will later be revealed. For now, in an attempt to understand her claims, investigators begin to dig into their familial relationship.
So can you talk about what your relationship is with and how long you've been in her life? And
Since she was 4, I think she's a great kid. She's, I don't know how to explain it. Always just outgoing, but kind of keeps to herself. Good kid.
and so
Yeah.
was that a hard role to step into with her being that young, or
Yes and no. I always kept in the back of my head that there's going to be a time when she gets to know her real dad. And so that's a line that needs to be respected. And that's not me to try to take that place. Just stay available, That's about the best I could do.
okay? How close would you guys?
Some people are against the fact that therapists can talk if it's a child, right? Because they don't know the confidentiality if you're an adult. But I find it to be extreme. Yeah, if you really think about it, right? The people that don't believe in therapy and shit like that, a lot of people, most people, right, can't do the right thing for themselves, and most of the time they will not do the right thing to help themselves, right? Even adults, right? The fact that the therapist can talk, it's a lot easier for people to help and people to do stuff, which I think is actually fantastic. That's my thing
As
on
far
it.
as being her, you guys
I always thought
distant, or
we were like close, not like super close, just like I'd say she
Because they have
felt
legal authority.
comfortable to always like throw fits in front of me. Ask for like things for her birthday or Christmas or complain or, tell me about her favorite color or food or something.
Mm-hmm. What kind of activities would you guys do together?
Oh, I would say much aside from watching TV.
And what a dad. What a
Yeah.
stepdad, huh?
That's about it. In the living room, yeah.
Okay. And then do you guys have 2 other kids between you? Or
Yes,
more
we have
children?
2, and then our son that passed away.
Okay.
So we have, she's 5, and then she's 2.
Okay. And do you feel like you have a similar relationship with all 3 kids, or do you feel like you're closer with your 2 biological kids?
It's a different kind of relationship, I'd say, with my stepkids.
Riley's videos reveal a pattern in which he often describes a willingness to do anything to protect his children from local crime. However, the harrowing words of his stepdaughter may suggest that the dangers were much closer to home than anyone realized.
Yeah, because this is competition. That's why.
Just a rotten sack of shit. The 2 daughters, you never know love until you have a kid. You know what? That's the one thing that keeps you going. You never know pain until you hold your own dead kid. That really messes you up, too.
Yet it was the bone-chilling note written by the 11-year-old girl that truly left her therapist in shock and her mother, Maya, enraged.
So she wrote it down, and what she wrote was, "He touches me and makes me uncomfortable."
In April 2024, just 4 months prior to his arrest, Riley began a crowdfunding campaign to launch a non-profit aimed at catching online predators and deterring them from engaging in harmful acts against children.
Hey, what up, everybody? A little bit of story time. So I live in an incredibly liberal state, Washington, yeah. And every time I wear this hat out in public, people always give me those looks of, ooh, it's a MAGA hat. Ooh, it's so bad. He hates everyone. But then they read it, and usually they have a pretty good laugh, in support of it. Then again, you still do get those people that are offended by it, but, imagine that in a blue state. Ooh, they have rights too. No, they don't. The victim does, but they shouldn't have any. So, pretty cool hat, make pedophiles afraid again. I love it. So, yeah, people always mistake it for a MAGA hat, and it's just great.
His videos seem to express that he would go to any lengths to ensure their safety, becoming a vocal advocate for devoted fathers.
Hey, what's up, everybody? Want to make a quick message for you on this Father's Day, right? So here's the deal. A lot of women out there are doing the whole, I'm more man than my man, so them dudes, they don't need no appreciation with this us, Stop it. Just stop it. Here's why, okay? You think that it's an empowering moment, but the problem is, you're trying to take something away from a lot of really, really good dudes out there that are actually really good to their kids, right?
What?
And there are actually a lot of really hardworking, awesome single moms out there, right? That they pull both roles, and they do deserve that recognition.
Bro.
So if you're not feeling validated, don't take it out on everyone else. Thank you. This message was brought to you by an American that gives a... Have a wonderful day.
Given Riley's outspoken stance against preying on children, the question remains, do these horrifying allegations hold any truth? Fully aware of the chilling details, having spoken to the girl himself, the detective continues his efforts to extract answers from Riley.
I sat in an interview with just a little while ago and watched her basically relive it again when she was having to describe what was happening. I don't know how
it's not projecting. It's almost the same process. I think it's them being upset that they have a certain urge, and the way that they treat that is by saying, oh, they go at people that have those urges or whatever. Does that make sense?
Strong.
So I think no, that's not. It's not the exact same process, but sure.
But she was very descriptive of what was happening. And like I said, we're not here to cast judgment. We're not here to label people. And I understand there's things that happen in our lives that cause us to make mistakes. But it's an 11-year-old girl talking about things that were done to her that shouldn't have been done.
It's like closeted gay people being homophobic, exactly like that. It's like the research with people that fucking hate gays or whatever, right? Yet get hard way more than others when they see gay porn. Don't make me pull the study out again. I'm gonna do it.
She was talking about being told to keep it a secret and not tell anybody.
Homophobes marginally get way harder by sheer volume, it's stats, get way harder to gay porn than heterosexual males that are not homophobes.
And she was talking today about how she couldn't keep it inside no more and she had to tell somebody. So Riley, is there truth to what?
How do you know? I got you, bro. We're gonna do this again today? I got you. You're probably a closet homophobe, which is fine, I guess, but you highly doubt that? Hey, I got you, dude. Oh, this is gonna fuck my. Hold on, I need to do incognito because it's gonna cook my search history. The fuck. Hold on. I usually have it on. Hold on. I'm trying to find the actual study itself. One study suggests, but an abstract about it. Well, I mean, it's tough to study that because it's going to be hard to find self-report homophobes. Obviously, like you can see how some of these things are kind of hard to study because of sample size. Like, the author investigated the role of homosexual arousal in exclusively heterosexual men who admitted negative effect towards homosexual individuals. So homophobes. Participants consisted of a group of homophobic men, 35, who were homophobic, a group of non-homophobic men, 29. They were assigned to a group of basis on their scores on the index on homophobia. Okay, the men were exposed to sexually explicit erotic stimuli consisting of heterosexual, male homosexual, and lesbian videotapes, and changes in penile circumference were monitored. They also completed an aggression questionnaire. Both groups exhibited increases in penile circumference to the heterosexual and female homosexual videos. Only the homophobic men showed an increase in penile erection to male homosexual stimuli. Only the homophobic men showed an increase in penile erection to male homosexual stimuli. Okay, so now you're trying to discredit the study because it's old and it's small. Okay. So unfortunately, right, the way that I approach this is, okay, fair enough. It's old, it might be outdated, okay? Then give me any other that proves the opposite. Because if all you have is evidence of one, right, then surely you have newer evidence of the opposite. Because now you make the claim. I made the claim. I back it up with a statistic. Now you go ahead. Make the claim that it's not that, and back it up with a statistic. Go ahead. It's how it works. It's how it works.
Even expose the potential dangers lurking on their residential street, captured on their home surveillance system. However, it's a different set of security cameras that may hold the key to unearthing the truth of the unsettling allegations against Riley.
Riley, can you tell me more about the cameras? Okay. I was trying to understand what the camera situation was. I kept hearing about cameras. So what are they for?
Some in every room, like the kids' rooms. And then she's got them throughout the house. And we put them on the outside of the house for security reasons. And the main reason for it is
the main reason why chat is so upset about this is that there's a lot of closet homophobes, and they're mad that they're a group, and they feel attacked by the fact that there's a good chance that if they watch gay porn, they get hard, and they feel threatened by that, and they feel insecure, and they lash out. I'm sorry to tell you, it's what it is. You can't get mad at me, but you're hard right now because you just thought about some guy getting fucked in the ass. It's not my fault. And yeah, what did I do? I'm just watching a video.
And that way she can keep an eye on them.
Mm-hmm.
So.
And when they're in the house, like, are they inside the bedrooms or like in the hallways, or like, how are they set up in there?
So in each kid's room, they have a camera like inside the room. And then in the hallway,
Wait,
like
what?
the big entryway, there's one on this wall here.
Okay. Do you have access to view those cameras, or is
No.
that?
Okay, another undercover. Study showing female gay porn, not men, you dumbass. Alright, I do have to pull that out again. Alright, we're doing it again. I mean, bro, if you're gonna talk some shit, I don't give a fuck. Alright. Hold on. The men were exposed to sexually erotic stimuli considered heterosexual, male homosexual, and lesbian videotapes. All three of them. So all are the majority of the categories.
According to Maya, however, an alarming discrepancy was uncovered when she
You're hard
reviewed
right
the
now
footage.
because you just saw
My
that.
daughter told me that he was unplugging all of our cameras that led to her room. I went and I checked the cameras on my phone and the time frames that she told me he's been unplugging the cameras. There are no footage. And I've noticed that they've been unplugged or whatever. I thought it was her. The plug to that camera is at the very top, like almost touching the ceiling. So it's not something that she can reach unless she pushes her chair up there, which would be caught on camera if she did that. It looked like this is 7:30 is when the earliest recording is this morning.
That's unusual.
And then I went back and checked all the cameras that are upstairs that face her door, and every single one of them is most days it's after 7:30 a.m. is when they all start recording.
Then every other camera's on
Yeah.
around the house.
Yes,
They're not off. Only the ones leading to her room and in her room were off.
correct.
With only the child's claims, the detectives must work to get a confession from Riley himself. The officer urges him to admit to the horrifying act, telling him their only goal is to get to the bottom of the truth. However, Riley hesitates as he grapples with what to do next.
Yes. Yes. Be a goddamn man, Riley. Be a man. For once in your miserable existence. No turning back.
I hate those fake skits.
We're already at this
Skits.
point.
I think it's so
We're
cringe.
here. I don't know why I say it like that. There are things that I did do.
As the interrogation continues, the investigator urges Riley to confess. However, getting a straight answer from him will be no easy task.
When you woke up today, this was the last place you'd expect to be. But it's what we do moving forward from here is what's going to affect a lot of lives. And there, like I said, there's ways to get through this. There's programs that can be offered through the court. There's things that can be offered that help you deal with the demons and all the things that you've been dealing with, the stress. There's ways to get through what happened and to help everybody move on from it. But it starts right here by being truthful, and it starts right now. It's saying that you f***ed up, because I believe what you said.
It's
Now the officers get out,
really hard
and
to
the floor starts to shake, and then
accept
to roll cinema.
things for what they are.
It's the
There's
sandpaper
certain
room.
things in life you don't recover from. I want to tell you guys, I do. I'm trying.
I got all night, Riley.
And you guys got families. That's important.
What?
You know, God, this just sucks. So close. So close to accomplishing good things. Doing something great. So close to getting the drugs out of Aberdeen. so close to getting all the craziness out of the streets. So many people believe in me. And now it's over. It's gone.
As Riley keeps deflecting the subject, providing little to no hints, it appears as though the detective won't rest until the truth is exposed.
So if you talk about bad people, like drugs are usually mostly self-inflicted. This guy's inflicting damage to people. Like, what?
She said the last time it happened was this morning.
This guy's the biggest target of his...
And she talked about how her camera gets unplugged before you come in the room, and she just pretends to sleep. But she said that
and look how bald he is.
it wouldn't matter if she was sleeping or awake. It would happen anyway. And so right now we're collecting, she's up at the hospital, we're collecting DNA samples. And this is an opportunity where I'm offering you a chance to explain what happened and if a mistake was made, and it's time to be truthful and take ownership of the mistake and not let it catch up to you down the road being proven by DNA, because we get touch DNA off of things all the time. There's the sweat glands in your fingers contain DNA.
I did go out to her room this morning. I didn't touch her. I did not touch her. I went up there. I don't remember, see if she wanted some nuggets or something. So I made some nuggets for the younger ones.
Yeah, that's cap.
If you didn't touch her this morning, what would cause you to say that happened?
I don't know.
And what would cause her to say that this wasn't the only time that it happened? It's happened lots of times.
I don't know.
The disturbing admission finally unveils the truth, though nothing prepares the detectives for the sick and twisted reasoning he'll later give.
About how many times did this happen?
Five times maybe.
Oh, that's cap.
Just real fast. I don't know. Just a weird impulse tick.
Over how long a period of time?
I'd say a year.
During those 5 times, would you unplug the camera when you went into her bedroom?
No.
What?
No. It would, she would already have it unplugged. Like she would do it. She would unplug it.
Oh, that's cap.
According to the child, however, the cameras were mostly unplugged by Riley himself.
How did it start?
Sorry, I'm just that I have ADHD pretty severe, so I get that in my mind thinking of the house, bills, and just now me. Now I'm here.
How
now
is that
that's all
ADHD?
separated,
What?
and I have to accept that. I mean, I was going to start my new job tomorrow.
What?
And I left with a piece of car. Could never get the SUV fixed. Needs a new engine. Now I got to worry about her. How's she going to make it? How's she going to do things?
And we'll also be concerned about sleeping at night and wake up in the morning to Riley coming in her bedroom. Doesn't have to worry about that.
Before confronting Riley with the crucial question of why he would harm his own stepdaughter, he poses a different question. His answer, however, further exposes how little Riley appears to understand the
did you
gravity of
mention
the
it?
situation.
You ever talk to her about it?
No. Yeah. Actually, I apologized to her twice.
When it
Oh.
happened, or just randomly?
When it happened,
Tell me about one of the times that you apologized. What happened?
I don't know how to explain it. I told her. What was my exact words to her? That said something along the lines of, "Kid, I'm so sorry. You know, I don't even know what the hell that was about." And I apologized. And that was about it. She didn't really, think anything of it. But God, what the?
Was she awake that time when you apologized? Because obviously,
Yeah.
Then how the conversation come up?
I just, it was silent and, good vibe in the air. Wasn't nothing weird or anything. And then, he just said, hey, I did that. I'm really sorry.
Here's another odd take. If actual pedos like that, right? People that actually have committed and done shit like that, right? Like convicted and shit like that. Whenever they get out of jail or whatnot and they get introduced back into society, why put all the limits that are invisible to other people and whatever? They should have, if they go outside, they should be obligated to wear like a jacket, almost like the ones people wear when they do construction, reflective jacket, right? And it designate only that you're a pedophile. It is what it is, right? Like a fluorescent or whatever, right? And it glows a certain different color, and the children know. It should stay away, yo.
All right. So I don't know. I don't understand what was that about. And then I asked her, are you okay? And she said, yeah, I'm fine.
In an exclusive interview obtained only
And the
by
helmet,
eWorld,
and the helmet.
Maya will soon speak out, offering her advice for parents of young children. In the meantime, before facing the inevitable consequences, investigators appear determined to find an answer to a crucial question.
The why is the number one question why everybody wants to know. Everybody wants to know why. We can't prove why by...
You say they would kill themselves, but people that are victim of these things kill themselves at a pretty high rate too. I would assume because of other shit. So, I mean, how is that a problem?
cell phone records or DNA evidence or video footage. That just proves the who and the what and the how. The why comes from these conversations. And
Obviously, it's huge mistake, huge.
It's not knife right eye.
Oh,
What do you mean?
the stress in our home has been unreal. I don't want to just give you a bunch of excuses. I should be my own person. You know, I don't want
They
to.
can still get therapy if they want to and
Always
shit.
get so mad at me. You scream at me to not use certain things as excuses, but you know, that's what's going on. There's so much just on my shoulders at all times, just chewing in my ear constantly. It sucks.
If an offender of sex crimes can do it again, at that point, in my opinion, it's almost the state's fault off the rip. Why? Because they shouldn't be allowed to even be in a position where they can do it again.
Really
I think
sucks.
I don't think that's a fair take.
Like I said, it's not even a sexual thing. I don't feel attracted.
So wearing a helmet
It's
and a
just
vest, how is that a
weird
problem?
Impulse. I don't know. I don't know. It's so weird. God, this is just a weird conversation. Developing, you know, in certain areas, and
I'm buddy. You're done.
what's wrong with me?
With Riley's confession,
All right,
along
buddy.
with an unsettling answer to the question of why he would have committed such a depraved act, his arrest is imminent. However, the investigator has one final heartbreaking question.
In here, would you have anything to tell her?
Oh, I'm beyond sorry of all the damage this has caused her, her mom, her sisters, her brothers, the community, literally everything and everyone that is let down by this.
Okay, you're saying there's societal shame doesn't help rehabilitate it. No. It's not to rehabilitate it. It's harm prevention. To make sure that they can't do it again. It's not about shame. It's about people identifying this guy is a danger to my children. I'm not going to put. It's why you wear the helmet and the vest.
Sorry to recover it. I deserve whatever's coming my direction. I deserve it. And I hope that she can heal and can heal. And they all find what it is that they need in their life to live the absolute best life that they can.
An apology, however, will do little to prevent the consequences that await him as he's led away in handcuffs and taken to Grays Harbor County Jail. In the meantime, Riley's wife Maya shares red flags she noticed after his arrest and offers advice for parents, hoping to prevent the same terrifying fate from happening to others.
He did not get along with my boys because my boys are on the spectrum and they clashed a lot. They're teenage boys. And so I didn't think anything of that until everything came out. It wasn't a red flag in the moment as it was happening. But then like after this all came out, that's what was actually happening. It's like, oh, crap. Background checks mean nothing. For women that are dating right now, background checks mean nothing because he had nothing. He was squeaky clean, and I had...
Wait. Huh?
Came out. It wasn't a red flag in the moment as it was happening, but then like after this all came out, that's what was actually happening. It's like, oh, crap. Background checks mean nothing. For women that are dating right now, background checks mean nothing because he had nothing. He was squeaky clean, and I had 4 children when I first met him. I didn't really see any red flags at first. Nothing really happened to a severity. I should have been paying attention to it until we bought our house together, and then I was 100.
Bro, weird vigilante behavior is a massive red flag. It's usually like weird, like rebent energy from somewhere else. That's just what it is. Like people that is like this vocation that they want to be like this Batman guy. It's something that's being curbed into that. Like it's not
100% reliant on him. I had quit my job. I helped him get sober so that he can go back and get to work and everything. And no woman should ever put herself out for a man. Just even though you think you love him and you think it won't be him, it probably will be.
After Riley's arrest, Maya explains that the public response to their situation has led her to becoming a target of unexpected scrutiny, with many people questioning why she has cameras in her children's rooms in the first place.
I do have disabled children that require severe supervision, and they've been in home care and like all these sorts of different cares, and I was advised by professionals to have these cameras.
39-year-old Riley Tyrell Carter was officially charged with multiple counts of first-degree rape of a child and first-degree child molestation.
How much?
While in jail, Riley
Max
is
win,
swabbed
please?
for DNA, which will later be compared to the assault kit performed on the 11-year-old girl. His bail was set at $150,000. On August 2, 2024, a press release from the city of Aberdeen announced his resignation from his city council position. Though the case is still ongoing, Maya was able to inform Iwu that a trial is currently set to begin on March 11, 2025.
Dude, how is it not expedited? I don't... man, legal system is so fucking bullshit. Yeah, he's still in prison, but still, I think it still offers a level of comfort to other people, and some people can like begin healing more or whatever. Like victims will probably feel like it's still somewhat of a threat, somewhat of a whatever, that they're not convicted because they're not put away. It's like a temporary thing. They could still come back. It's not. It helps everybody fucking heal. Like what?